Katie, Megan, and we're Team C, and we are doing a report on the decline of Rome.
The emperors of Rome. Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Emperor Commodus, his son, who was harsh and unpopular. Emperor Septimus Severus, a strong military leader. The dynasty of Severus. Emperor Severus Alexander, the last Severus emperor. Then were 25 different emperors, 24 of whom were killed.
Hi, with Erin Chung.
Uh-oh.
Alright, ready? Hi, this is Erin Chung, and here I have Michael Alexandra, a Roman.
This is I, and now I.
Hello, my name is Erin Chung, and I am here this afternoon with Michael Alexander, a Roman emperor expert. What did you first learn when you became such an expert? The first thing that really interested me was that why this great emperor declined, or in other words, the decline of Rome. Who was a special person in Rome that you admired? I admired Dio Cassius, who was a senator in 192 AD, who believed that the decline of Rome was near. I really liked him because it was true. They did decline soon after that. Did he say anything in particular that inspired you to learn more? Yes, he said this in particular made it clear that the evil would not be confined to the city, but would extend over the entire civilized world under its sway, in the book history. Did the Pax Romana also interest you? Yes. A little bit more about the decline of Rome. Right, me too. I'm thirsty. Let's go get some milk.
Hi, I'm Katie Anderson, the replacement of Erin Chung, and we're back again with Michael Anderson. So, what was the Pax Romana?
It was a 200-year period of peace and good achievements in Rome.
What were the dates of this great event?
27 BC to 180 AD.
So, how old was Commodus when he became emperor?
He was 19 years old.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that. How was Severus Alexander killed?
He was killed by his own hands got together.
And what was that date?
It was 235 AD.
Really? Wow. So, could you tell me a little more about the Pax Romana?
Well, it pretty much ended in 180 AD when Emperor Marcus Aurelius died.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. We're back again. So, just a couple more questions. What problems did the empire face after the Pax Romana?
Mostly political problems.
Really? How did the reign of Diocletian change the empire in Rome?
He introduced a number of major reforms, and that really improved the empire. Good afternoon, and welcome to Eye to Eye with Erin Chung and Katie Anderson. Our special guests today are Michael Alexander and Megan Smith, who are experts in Roman history. Our topic today will be the decline of Rome. Our first guest today will be Michael Alexander. So Michael, what inspired you when you first became an expert?
What really inspired me was that the emperor had just everything going for it, and then it declined.
Did you have a special person that you admired in the time of the Roman history?
Yes, I admired Dio Cassius, who was a senator at the time, and believed that the end of the Roman Empire was near.
Did he say anything in particular that inspired you to learn more about him?
Yes, he did. He said this in particular made it clear that the evil would not be confined to the city, but would extend over the entire civilized world under its sway.
Do you know a lot about the
Yes, it was a 200-year period of peace and great achievements for Rome, and it ended in AD 180 when Emperor Marcus Aurelius died.
Wow, that was interesting. Do you know any more?
Yes, his 19-year-old son, Commodus, took over. He proved to the people that he was a wicked ruler. He died in 193 AD, and this began a period when military leaders fought for power, and the empire started to decline then.
Do you know any more about other emperors?
Yes, Commodus was followed by Emperor Septimus Severus. He was a strong ruler who had the empire together by his military leadership. After he died in 211 AD, he was followed by the Severan dynasty, and the last emperor of the Severan dynasty was Severus Alexander, who was killed by his own men in 235 AD.
Wow, that was quite a story.
Not only that, in the next 50 years, 25 different rulers ruled Rome. Some only ruled for a few months, but all but one of them were killed.
Wow, you're sure an expert on this stuff. Do you know any more that you would like to share with us?
That's it for now.
Well, thank you for coming and talking to us about Rome.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it very much. I love to share the things I know with people.
Thank you. When we come back, we will have an interview with Megan Smith, and our host will be Katie Anderson. This is Erin Chung saying goodbye from Eye to Eye.
Have you ever been to this restaurant before, Mai? No, not really, Katie. Oh, it's very good. It is. Hello, might I interest you in a nice cold beverage? Cool.
Cold milk. Help yourself.
My name is Kate Anderson, filling in for Erin Chung. Today I will speak to Megan Smith about the reign of Diocletian and Constantine. Hello, welcome to our show, Megan. We are glad that you could make it. Thank you for inviting me. You're welcome. Now, what made you so interested in learning about Rome?
Well, I really wanted to learn more about it because I love learning about the past. It's very interesting to me.
That's great. What? That's great that you have such a good interest in the past. Can you tell us anything about the reign of Diocletian and Constantine? Sure. Is it alright if I start with Diocletian? That's fine.
Alright. In 284 AD, the army declared Diocletian emperor of Rome. Diocletian was not liked by all Christians. He ordered the persecution of Christians in hope to make the gods favor upon the empire.
Wow. Tell me more.
Okay. Well, Alright.
Is that chocolate therapy?
Yes, but not actual subject. Well, it's also known as the New Empire. It is known as that because Diocletian introduced a number of major reforms. He tried to improve the economy by using the edict on purses. This edict meant that if a farmer tried to sell something at a higher price, he would be put to death. He tried to fight off threats by making the army larger and the government larger too.
How could one ruler control all of that?
One ruler couldn't. So he divided it into 4 parts. Each part had its own government and army. That didn't work. So he divided it into 2 parts, an eastern and a western side. Each portion had their own emperor.
I find that so interesting. Now what about Constantine?
Okay, 12 years after Diocletian retired, in 305 AD, Constantine became emperor. Under the rule of Constantine, Christianity became the major religion in Rome. He did more than let them practice their own religion. He reorganized the government. He also renamed the ancient Greek city Byzantium after himself. He called it Constantinople, now known as Istanbul.
Wow. What advantages did Constantinople have?
Constantinople had advantages because of its location. It also was in a great spot to defend from enemies. Constantinople was dedicated in 300 30 AD, and it became the New Rome. When Constantine died in 337 AD, his 2 sons and 2 nephews fought over who would get control of the empire. One of his nephews became emperor in 361 AD. He is known as Julian. By 400 AD, the empire had permanently split into 2 parts. The eastern part's capital was Constantinople, and it lasted for 1,000 years later. And the western part's capital was Rome, which was nearing its end.
Wow, I've learned so much about Rome. I can see why you wanted to learn so much about its past. It is so interesting.
Yes, I had so much to tell you, and I enjoyed this conversation a lot.
You taught so much in this amount of time. I hope you taught our viewers this much too. I would like to thank our guest for sharing their knowledge about Rome today.
Thank you.
Once again, I thank our guest for joining us today.
Thank you.
Next time on Eye to Eye, we will go further back into the past, and we will have other guests speaking about the fall of Rome. Thank you for watching, and good night from the people at Eye to Eye.
Thank you for watching Eye to Eye with Erin Chung and Katie Anderson.